Creatures of the night, it's your girl Tati. Let's talk about Rampage. I'm not even gonna lie, I was knocked out in the middle of SmackDown, so I literally just finished watch Rampage. So here's the review from me to you. Now we did start it off with trios action. We had LFI versus The Butcher, Beef, and JD Drake. Holy moly! First thing I'm gonna say is, y'all, if y'all ever hear that Tati is locked up somewhere, at some jail or whatever, don't do anything other than call Beast Mortos. Trust me, that's the plan. That's how I'm gonna get close to him. Anyway, this right here, I feel like we're seeing more of LFI being more comfortable with each other, especially with Beast Mortos being part of the group. You guys already know Rouge and Jalisco, they're brothers, so the chemistry between them is just fine. But Beast Mortos really got to find his footing in this group. We also have Beef, who is very... he has that underdog type of smell to him that the crowd really, really loves. So they're definitely showing him a lot of love throughout this match. And honestly, this guy can go. And he hasn't really been part of AEW too long. And he's already getting TV time. He's only had like a handful of matches before they actually started putting him on TV, which is very, very interesting. And it's because the crowd is definitely gravitating towards him. We have the Butcher, who is part of this group. JD Drake don't really give a fuck about Beef, but he's, I guess, doing some babysitting, if you will. Now, during the commentary, they're mentioning about Anthony Henry and JD Drake being a tag team, but now that Anthony is injured, we have Beef pretty much taking that place. And that's going to be interesting because JD just don't seem like he's fucking with them. Now, LFI, they end up taking the win, and rightfully so. They end up pinning the Butcher, which I knew it. I knew it. Butcher gets pinned in the situation and not Beef. Very interesting. Now, after he get the horns, it's over from there. LFI, they end up standing tall. They look great. You already know we do have a little bit of a confliction when it comes to Beast Mortos. He seems to be fitting with LFI, but also has his heart in the Undisputed Kingdom. We'll see where that goes. Now, after this, we do have Renee Paquette back there with Stokely Hathaway. Stokely Hathaway is taking credit for Private Party win since they won the tag titles on Wednesday. He's saying that he's the architect of champions, whatever the hell that means. Now, here we have Taya Valkyrie and Deonna Purrazzo. They're making their way out. Taya Valkyrie has a match against Zoe Lynn. Zoe, girls, we're praying for you. We're praying for you. This right here, I don't know. First thing I have to say is this is the first time since they've actually been together that we're actually seeing them come out as the Vendetta. That's the name of the group. I'm not surprised about that. They used the whole soprano font thing to, show you that this is like some Italian mafia group, whatever. I thought that part was cool, but the music was just like, oh, what the fuck? I'm like, look, you know what? This is Rampage. Nobody watching it anyway. Y'all got an opportunity to go back and change this music. I don't think this fits what's going on. We'll see what ends up happening with the theme music. Our girl comes into the ring, go against Zoe, and wins in like less than 2 minutes, if that, with a curb stomp. And I'm just like, oh, okay. To be honest, I didn't care for this. I didn't care for this at all. I was happy to see Taya. Taya has definitely been on like a weight loss journey. She is in amazing shape right now. She looks great. She's with Deonna. Deonna has that like boss type of look, and I'm liking the look with them. But for her to come out there and just have a less than 2 minute match, just doing like 2-3 moves, I don't really felt like that did anything. And we're talking about Taya Valkyrie here, who is internationally known. To be honest, I haven't seen much of her, as much as I thought we were going to get from her while she's been in AEW. Anyway, she takes the win. Her and Deonna, they kind of celebrate, I guess. They're making their way to the back, and Stokely stops them. And Stokely is just like, oh, you were in the ring with Zoe? Zoe, the girl that was talking shit about y'all, talking about how y'all eating up all the food and catering. And he's like, well, you didn't hear that from me. Now, Taya Valkyrie is just like, what? We eating up all the food and catering. So she goes out there and put the hurt on Zoe. And like I said, prayers for Zoe. And honestly, when she go out there to attack her, I felt like, oh, this is the attack. You were mad and you went out there to do another curb stomp. Not really what I thought was going to happen. Either way, we're starting to get something from this group. We'll see what happens moving forward. Change that music. Change it. So before our next match, we do get a hype video for the Day of the Dead match between Harley Cameron and our girl Thunder Rosa. That's going to be very interesting. Now, we do have ladies in action. We have Queen Aminata versus Layla Gray. I like both of these girls so much. Both of these girls have absolutely improved within AEW. It's just one of those situations where it's just like we for the remainder of the show, it's not like a good guy versus bad guy type of situation. It's kind of everybody that you would consider to be the good guys going against each other and having friendly competition, if you will. Queen Aminata looks great. She has been taped up from the back of her neck to like her upper neck for months, for so many months now. I hope she's okay. But she still looks great here. Layla Gray, Lord have mercy, looked like a snack. These girls give us a really great match. However, Queen Aminata ends up taking the win via submission. Like, she tied her up like a pretzel to the point that Layla Gray really, I can see that she was trying to tap, but her hands had such restriction that she's barely tapping. The referee couldn't see it, so she ended up pretty much saying, I quit, get this bitch off of me, and the ref goes for the bell, and Queen Aminata takes the win, and I love that submission. Not sure what it's called, but it looked absolutely amazing. Queen Aminata girl, I would have loved for her. She goes back and forth to Ring of Honor or whatever. If they would have been building her up right now to be the next person to take the title off of Athena, I think that would be a really, really great person to do so. But so far, it seems like that might not be the case. Either way, both these girls look great. As Layla Gray is leaving, we have Action Andretti and Top Flight coming out. And she's just like, don't worry about me. I took the L, but go out there and make sure y'all take a win for the team. They go out there and they have a match against the Dark Order. The Dark Order comes out there and I'm just like, oh, okay, this is not what I thought. We've been seeing both these teams wanting to get their hands on John Moxley, BCC 2.0, whatever the hell y'all calling it nowadays. And this was a really great match. I have to say this, that Action Andretti, y'all know he's been kind of being ambitious as of late. He wants them to be winners. And there was a part of this match where Action Andretti goes to start stomping out on Alex Reynolds, who's been wrapped up, his midsection been wrapped up these past few weeks since he got attacked by BCC 2.0. So while he's attacking and focusing on the midsection of Alex Reynolds, Dante Martin comes and pushes him off and be like, nah, don't do that. Don't do that. He's hurt. Who the fuck cares, Dante? This is what wrestling is. You take advantage of your opponent. If they hurt somewhere and you know it, take advantage if you want to take the win. And for some reason, he was upset that Action Andretti was willing to inflict more pain onto the midsection of Alex Reynolds. And Action Andretti's just like, so what? You want to win or not? Now, he ended up getting, Dante Martin get his ass thrown out. And I was like, good, because you're not making any sense right now. Action Andretti ends up taking the win for his team with a moonsault, split leg moonsault from the top rope and onto Alex Reynolds, who's definitely not looking good. But they end up taking the win. Dante gets into the ring and he's still upset about it. And I'm just like, what are you upset about? Darius is like, fuck it, we got the win. It doesn't even really matter. Now, Dark Order, they're salty about losing, but they're just like, hey, you know what? We're the good guys of AEW. We need to be on the same page. We had a little friendly competition. Whatever the situation is, just shake hands and call it quits. Now they end up shaking hands. Action Andretti is a little reluctant to shake their hands, but everything seems to be okay. I'm just gonna say this. I am actually hoping we are seeing the beginning stages of Top Flight, Action Andretti, Leo Rush and them pretty much forming an alliance with BCC 2.0. And the reason why I say this is because the numbers game is definitely going to take a toll on BCC 2.0. Y'all only have like what, 5 of y'all over there. At some point, you're gonna realize it's just you 5 versus the whole motherfucking locker room. So they need somebody or group of people to form an alliance with that will also help, get the dirty work done. If that happens, that might be something that can help this group in the long run, because Action Andretti and them, they've been the good guys for the longest. And to be completely honest, none of that shit has paid off for anybody in that group. Nobody in that group has won titles or anything. We've seen Private Party, they just won titles, and it took, 5 motherfucking years? I don't want to wait another 5 years before Top Flight and Action Andretti, Leo Rush end up getting something. So if they join that group, honestly, I think that would be a good idea. So now our main event, Commander versus Leo Rush. Alex Abrahantes, I know you employed or whatever, but we don't need you out there anymore. I'm sorry. I don't know what it is that he does out there. He's hyping Commander up or whatever. I think Commander got it down pat. These guys have a very similar moveset. They complement each other very much in the ring. We seen Leo Rush, who is like, all right, the boys done took a win. I'm going to take a win too. He's definitely feeling ambitious as well. And you can see that in this match where, like, don't get it twisted. It's not like he's being a heel. I wouldn't say. It's just the ambition. He just seen his friends take the win. He wants to do the same too. However, we know Commander has been taking a couple of wins for these little warm-up matches that he's been having before he takes the L against Kyle Fletcher tomorrow on Collision. So it kind of makes sense. Now, really great match between the two of them. Leo Rush is hungry for this win, but Commander is a little more hungry and ends up taking the win. Oh my God, that shooting star press thing that he does from the top rope. I like the move? Yes, but because he has to walk on the ropes, it does take a little bit of concentration. So he needs a moment or two to get his mind in the zone so he can walk on the ropes and then hit that shooting star press from the middle of the fucking ropes. Now, to do this, your opponent is just laying there just like, all right, I'm waiting. We'll see when you're going to come and hit that move on me. That right there, I just feel like, there's just something where it's just like, if you gotta hit a finisher, especially a finisher or one of those moves that pretty much change the tables within that match, it can't be something that you have to be standing there thinking about and getting yourself ready for. You have to be able to execute those things, and if it's not something that you can execute quickly and I guess perfectly, if I should say, then maybe it's not something you should do as a finisher. So Leo Rush pretty much waiting for Commander to get in the zone to hit that move. I'm just not a fan of it. Now, obviously, Commander takes the win, and he's not happy. Leo Rush is not happy about this. Action Andretti Top Flight, they come out. Action Andretti actually has the tape that was wrapped up around Alex Reynolds' midsection, and he is whispering something into Leo Rush's ear, and he hands over the tape to him, and then Leo Rush just kind of looks like he's just thinking, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh, okay, where are we going with this? And this is why I'm saying, like, we're at the point where, you know what, if being a nice guy isn't working, like, it is what it is. Do what you got to do so you can get on top of things. And I would like to see if that works out, if they were to form some type of alliance with BCC Junior or something. I mean, did I say BCC Junior? See, we don't even know what the name of this fucking group is. BCC 2.0. There we go. Whatever. They need something. You know what? If they were to have their own little group, with subgroup within that group, they would be BCC Junior. Whatever. Still, the show was all right. Something felt like it went by so motherfucking fast in comparison to the other episodes. I did think things flowed really, really well, especially having 3 matches where we had members from Top Flight, coming out simultaneously. So all that kind of flowed really well together. So I do like that little touch of Tony Khan. But other than that, the show was the clips are on YouTube. So go ahead and check those out. Guys, thanks so much for watching my review. Tomorrow I will be doing a watch along for both Crown Jewel and for Collision. So come and check me out and let's have a great time. See you guys then. Bye.